5 fieldsmen of all time, and that's not just talking about IPL, that's right through international cricket that I've played as well. So I'll start at number 5 with Englishman Paul Collingwood. Very good backward point sort of fieldsman, very good slip fielder as well in Test cricket.
This is a huge wicket. Ponting can't believe it.
Have a look at this. He goes flying through the air. Look at that. It was going quick too, and he's off the ground. That's a super catch.
The thing that most of these fielders will have is extreme agility. They're all quick, they all move really well side to side, but the one thing you can't measure in fielding is anticipation. I think the best fieldsmen have always anticipated better and they're always a step ahead of the batsman. 5 AB de Villiers for a wicket keeper, first slipper, second slipper, cover fieldsman.
Oh, what a catch! What a magnificent catch! Oh, de Villiers, hasn't he got wonderful hands? That'll be in the classic catches package before too long, I tell you that.
He's just an amazing athlete, highly gifted sports person in a lot of other sports and things that he does, but when you see him in the field, he makes, he's just a natural athlete. So the movement and that sort of thing just comes so naturally to AB de Villiers. Jonty Rhodes, I've got in at number 3.
Oh, brilliant fielding. That is sensational stuff.
Probably the best defensive fieldsman that I've seen. So the balls that he was able to get his hands on, dive and save and take spectacular catches at backward point, probably moved better than anybody else and had that anticipation and was really quick off the mark. So, we used to say when it was Herschelle Gibbs and Jonty Rhodes at point and backward point, then we didn't run until the ball went past them because you could hit it into the gap, take off, and sure enough, one of them would dive and save it. That created some confusion between batsmen, led to a run-out, which leads me to Herschelle Gibbs at number 2.
In the air, and he's got him.
Herschelle, once again, probably not far behind Jonty with the way that he moved and the way that he was able to dive, but if there was ever a knock on Jonty's fielding, it was always that he probably didn't hit the stumps as much as some of the other great fielders in the world did. Yes, he saved a lot of runs, but did he have that really offensive side of it, which is to stand up and throw the stumps down? Maybe not as much as compared to a Herschelle Gibbs, so that's why I've ranked Gibbs ahead of him. De Villiers, Rhodes and Gibbs, you can imagine those 3 guys in the circle on the offside. It'd be pretty hard to try and pinch a run there in a test match or in a one-day game. And then probably the best athlete that I played with was Andrew Symonds.
There's a full-blooded cover drive and caught in the left boot. You are kidding. He's a freak, Symonds, an absolute freak.
And it's pretty hard not to put an Aussie in at number 1.
Andrew Symonds in the air and manages to get hold of it with 2 hands.
And what I've said about Gibbs and what I've said about Rhodes, Simo could do that, but he was another foot taller than those guys. So the range of movement that he had and balls that he was able to get to, the distance that the ball had to be either side, made the gaps smaller. With someone as big and as agile as him in the circle, made the gaps smaller. So he did put a lot more pressure on opposition teams, probably than what he was ever given credit for as a fieldsman. Great in the outfield as well. Had a great throwing arm and good safe hands under a high ball. Never fielded much in behind the wicket in the slips or anything during his time, because he was always more valuable out in the circle, putting pressure on there. So there's my top 5 fielders of all time.